Who hasn't seen the videos of people languishing on aircraft on tarmacs or sitting at gates just for hours on end? The question is, of course, what does the airlines owe you when that happens, when your flights are delayed? Well, it used to be that they owed you something under what's called the Passenger Bill of Rights promulgated by the Department of Transportation. It had payoffs, similar to what they do in Europe, for people whose flights were delayed through things other than weather, through the fault of the airlines. Well, that went away. The Trump administration stripped the Passenger Bill of Rights of that language. So you can't expect the airlines to automatically pay you back anything when they jerk you around. That doesn't mean you're out of luck, because you still have your old school, regular legal remedies, just like if anybody else breached their contract to you. If you did a deal with the airline for them to fly you from A to B, and you paid a sum of money, and they didn't perform in your estimation because they were late, they changed your seat, whatever, you can actually take it up with them and maybe get something. Question is, how do you do it? You got to be effective. You got to be smart, because if you're not, it might fall flat. I talk all about what to do and how to do it in my book, Your Lovable Lawyer's Guide to Legal Wellness, Fighting Back Against the World That's Out to Cheat You. And the examples I give in my book are derived from things that happen to me, because I write letters all the time. And that's what you do. You write a letter. You don't send an email, because emails get deleted. They don't get read. If I've learned anything in 35 years of law practice for consumers, it's that letters get received, stamped received, they get filed, they get read, they get acted on. Write a letter, send it certified mail, return receipt requested, because that way you know they got it, and more importantly, they know you know they got it. And who do you send it to? I send it not just to customer service, I send it to customer service, the CEO, and the chief legal counsel. 3 letters. And if it's me and my wife, I send separate letters. I don't want to get collapsed into one offer of relief for the both of us. I want us each to get what we deserve when we're flying together and something goes sideways. So what do? What does the letter say? Well, you don't come out swinging. There's no reason to be nasty. They don't want to delay you. They don't want to be in breach of their contract. They want to get you there on time in the right way, and safely, of course. So I enlist what I call, or actually what my dad taught me, it's called the sandwich technique. And sweet Josie the law dog likes the sandwich technique, because I'm talking about food apparently. What I do is I start out with something nice. Hey, you all do a great job usually. I really love flying you. But this time things went a little bit off, and let me explain to you why. And I talk about why and how, and I back everything up with documents, boarding pass, receipts for expenditures I had to make, whether it be for food or for lodging or whatever, and then I make a sensible ask. I ask for my out-of-pocket money back, but then I also ask for like a travel voucher or miles or something that I know they can give me. And I start a little bit high, but not unreasonably high. I ask for maybe a $1,000 travel voucher or something if I got screwed over pretty good. Maybe they'll come back with 500 and I'll say, that's great, thank you. Sandwich technique. The second piece of bread, you finish by saying, I expect that you do the right thing. You're a great airline. I've done right by you. I hope you'll do right by me. Thank you so much for doing such a great job. Let's do a great job here together. Something like that. And you wait. Now, the last time I did that, I got an email maybe a week afterward, and it was apologetic, as I would have hoped. And they said, listen, we're really sorry. We're going to give you $1,000 each, you and your wife, for your troubles. I'm like, that is great. And actually, once I wrote a letter from my wife and my mother-in-law, who went to visit our daughter in Brussels, where she was studying abroad. And this is all these are in the book. I mean, I don't make up anything in the book. The examples are drawn from absolute real life, because you cannot make this stuff up. They delayed them. They canceled their flight. They connected them through Frankfurt. It was a whole mess. And then by the time they got there 2 days late, they lost their luggage. Luggage showed up on a Monday. They got there on a Friday. Everything was closed. It stunk, ruined the whole trip. They had like 1 day with our daughter. So I wrote the letter for my wife and my mother-in-law. I asked for, I forget what, but they wound up with $1,000 travel vouchers each, plus their reimbursement of their costs for what they had to spend for toiletries and clothes and whatever. Well, I get the travel vouchers, and they were transferable, which is important, because I said to my mother-in-law, say, listen, seeing as you don't travel all that much, how would you feel about maybe, she's like, I know where you're going. Take my travel voucher. I took hers, took my wife's, together, we went to Europe for free. Just because I put a little elbow grease into standing up for myself, exerting my legal rights, and knowing that I had a claim and a stake and a right to ask for something that I didn't get, which was a good deal for what I paid the airline. And I got that good deal in the end, and it netted me and my wife that free trip to Paris. My point is, if you think you're owed something, don't just lie down and take it. Don't have a victim mentality. Step up, push in a tasteful, thoughtful way, and ask for what you think you deserve. And chances are you're going to wind up getting it.